Hey, Gamex here. So, I got a lot of videos I want to make, and I think you can make a video on all these individually, but I kind of want to do one knockout thing for a bunch of different tips for MUT. So we're going to get into it. There's about 15 things here, plus scrolling down for like things that I'm going to go over today in this video. We're going to try and knock it out quick. If you have any questions, I can do full videos on these things, but we got so much content for you. I've just been kind of like gridlocked with the amount of things I want to talk about. All right, so this is kind of like tips for people that maybe are new or returning and have been for a while. In the game. So when you go into your binder, a little hot tip, not bad. When you hit left bumper or L1 on PlayStation 4, okay, you got to do it in a guy that doesn't have a chemistry on them because they're locked in your lineup or whatever. But anyways, you want to see how much thing goes for in the marketplace? Hit left bumper. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. All right, so that is important. Make sure and know that. Sell them at the proper price. Get to it quickly. Next, I want to go over exchange sets. When you have non-auctionable tradable, do not quick sell them. Use the exchange sets. The exchange sets are really nice for the Nats. We got other sets in here too. In the past, Legends have been cheaper to build than buy. That is not the case this year because Legend packs suck. I saw a lot of people disagree with my take yesterday. That's fine. That's what the discourse is about, and I'm not gonna fight with them. But exchange. So, rookie to gold, like use these sets. Generally, these sets are actually pretty valuable, especially with training where it's at. You can kind of exchange lows for highs and that kind of stuff. Auctionables like the 85s going to 87, like that Baker, Lattimore. I think if you pull them out of the Ultimate Trainers, and then Deacon Jones. You can get 87 to 88. Just good luck not pulling the kicker or punter out of that and getting kind of screwed. But even those, the 87 to 88 are going for bits. So you can turn non-auctionable into coins through that. Other sets you'll want to take a look at right off the bat, like kind of ones you've built into. MUT Superstars, I did a video on that, I think the other day, on how to make coins there, so that one's solid. But yeah, exchange sets, those are really nice though for cards, bringing them in for one another. I talk about those on Market Mondays and when they're glitchy, so check out for Market Mondays for those. Training. You might have a question, what's up with training? Well, training is kind of hard to get right now. It's going up in price. We're seeing prices rise themselves for that reroll set and for training in general. These were recorded earlier today, so the training prices might have rose and they might rise this week. We'll talk about that more on the Market Monday. I'll try and get that out tonight. So, yeah, that's how you get. You quick sell cards. You get the training. Take a look at the spreadsheet. I'll link it in the description. If you ever need this in the future, go to my Twitch channel. Just have an exclamation point training at any time. I'll give you the breakdown. Also, another great resource is the Muthead prices page right here. It's the same thing. They're looking to probably filter these out pretty soon. These are quick sell, so ignore those top four. But right here, cheapest training, it says it. Look under that. Virgil Green, Luke Stocker. It looks like 74s and 79s right now for 3.5K or less are the best training values according to Muthead. And of course, but if you find snipes at other levels, try and look at those too. So these, yeah, it's kind of close to what I have too. Although I didn't really, I found snipes for those, so those probably got to go up too. But anyway, so training is something, that's how you get it effectively. Look on Muthead for like a quick little reference. Otherwise, whatever Muthead has as the overall, try and find those for other cards. Don't just necessarily look at their one overall card. Like don't go to the block, just look for Virgil Green and be like done once you're done with him. No, look for other 74s at that price or lower, and that's kind of what you want to go for. All right, next up on the list to knock out, archetypes. So I'm going to briefly explain archetypes on these cards and abilities and X factors. I think I'm going to do a whole video ranking this stuff. Basically, when you go into a card, you can upgrade it. And then when you upgrade this card, you'll go here. So John Randall, because he's a legend, he can get these abilities on him just with a small upgrade. If you have a base elite card, you'll have to power him up to get these on. That's the difference. So you got tier 1, 2, 3. John Randall, I put finesse specialist on him. Glitchy. These edge rushing chemistries, very glitchy. You could also put on edge threat, which is very nice for guys on defensive edge. John Randall's a defensive tackle, so he's not there. But just that one makes him a lot better. So that's how you put abilities. Abilities are the important part. I would just ignore X factors. These things don't really work that often or that much. When they are, they're very nice, but they don't really light up that much in gameplay and don't affect it as much as those passive abilities. Otherwise, the chemistries were under that. And if you want those to be active, I see a lot of people having questions with them. Here's a quick tip. 3 on offense, 3 on defense, and then 1 on special teams is what I've seen so far. So I'll show you my special teams. Special teams can be active in the lineup. So your kicker can get it. You don't have to take it away from your offense or defense. So when you go over here, when you put any ability or special X factor on a card, remember this, any ability or X factor, only 3 players in your lineup can be active. And in order to get any ability, they have to be active. All right, I've seen a lot of people confused about superstars and abilities. So no matter, if you put anything on your card, you have to activate them in this lineup over here by clicking over here, clicking add player. It will say that instead of Patrick Mahomes. And then here and activate them right there. Again, oh, it said deactivate. All right, so I just deactivated it. That's something I've seen a lot of confusion about. And it was confusing for me at first too, and I completely understand it. So there you go. See, Marcus Allen only has 1 superstar ability. He doesn't even have an X factor. The only X factor I have active in my lineup is Patrick Mahomes because he comes standard with it. So that's the only way. If you power up Patrick Mahomes from that location, you also have to add those X factors and abilities back onto him. So Mahomes' power up is not that much worth that much more than his 90 overall because it's so much more expensive to put those X factors and abilities back on him. But at least you get to choose once you power him up. So there you go. Offense, defense, same way. I think defensive linemen X factors are glitchy. Again, I'll do a video explaining them, who I have on them. See that? They're only just abilities too. I don't even have my X factors active, but you have to have them active with the abilities. So you get as many abilities as you can in each player. It looks like up to 3 right now, but only 3 active players. Hope that makes sense. And then you get one on special teams. See how I have Jan active here on special teams. I tried it to put identifier on my long snapper, try to get the long snapper identifier. It wouldn't light up. I couldn't get my long snapper active to get identifier on offense. So that workaround unfortunately did not work. All right. So activations, that definitely works. So I want to show you now the lineup screen. I guess one little tip here. If you want like best team overall, let's see how I have 88 team. In order to get like multiple lineups, say you have a grind lineup or whatever, you're like, well, how do I get multiple lineups? Just hit Y. It doesn't show below. Hit Y. So that way, see says Y. There's nothing down there that says Y, but hit Y. Then you can make it by best team overall and have the computer basically do it for you. All right, so that's one little tip right there. Otherwise, you go over here to change active lineup to find a new one. And then you can add like a solo grinder lineup or a different type of, or a theme team lineup, that kind of thing. So definitely check out that too. Solos and stars. So I think with MUT Master, if you're doing the solo grind, you kind of want to go for those extra stars to get MUT Master. I don't think, like, if you grind a lot of these things, I think you'll want to do the extra stars, but I think, you know, like the ultimate, like some of them, who is it? The team trainers, you only go for like 1 star, but like if you're doing MUT Master, depending on how many solos you do, you got to get 1,500 stars for it. So you might as well try and earn a bunch of stars. That's all I'll say. But, you know, don't stress yourself out too much for these solos. So, and yeah, MUT Master, always try and score at the end, like getting a touchdown pass instead of just like going down at the very end of the play. So I'm still quite a bit short of it. We're working our way up. We're trying. Rushing yards is going to be kind of a pain in the ass along with the defensive stats. But that's where that is at. The best level to grind for yards and XP for MUT Master. But yeah, I feel like I should explain stars. So when you go into a solo, let's go to superstars. I guess I already did those. NFL epics. So when you go into this Deacon Jones, you get to choose your level, right? You get to choose the ability. All right, it's not moving me. Okay. Well, okay, I can't do that. I just did that. Dang it! I can't get into the challenges and play it from that level. It didn't feel like. So the stars. You go in and choose your solo. I thought I could get into the solos from that spot, but I guess I was wrong. And then you can choose the difficulty, normal, easy, hard. All right? And then your bonus difficulty for the extra stars over on the far right. But the best solo to do for like grinding, I think just as Baker Mayfield. The third one, people have said the same thing. You play it on easy, you hit play solos, score touchdown pass for 56 plus yards. You just do that, right? And then you throw nothing but bombs. I think they nerfed it so you only get 90 XP now. And some people are saying, and I think I agree with them, I think I've had issue too, sometimes the yards don't actually match up. You don't actually get the yards for throwing those completions. So that's sad to nerf the that kind of solo grind. But let me know what you guys have been doing. But that's what I've been doing. Best XP exploit is that solo, throwing that over and over. But there's many other like that. Just throw like long solos where you can just throw streaks on the field with like John Ross or something. All right, the silver packs. Silver packs on your daily. It always asks you to buy a pack. The pack you should buy is this get a player pack. This get a player pack is actually pretty glitchy because these silvers go for a bit, especially when team diamonds come out. They'll be great. So these solo pack, these ones to grab, and then you can put them in exchanges and exchange those. Try to get power ups and exchange those ones that you exchange for more tries at power ups. So silver player pack, pretty solid. You can sell the golds, exchange the silvers is my tip to do with those. Objectives. So this was a tip, and then they took it away. It looks like they took it away in like a day since I exposed it on stream. I think it was a couple days ago. But basically, you were able to see last year's objective menu by going in here and clicking one of your completed objectives. But it's not showing my completed objectives right now. Maybe it's because haven't done it during this session, because I just booted this thing back on. But that's how you see the old menu for kind of this progression system, for the old objective system rather than this new mission system. It's nothing important. It's just visual. The next one, the 6th collectible from Lattimore is at level 20. Your power-up passes. I've been getting a lot of questions about who to use on power-up passes. I think this is best done. You know, I'm not going to tell you. Like, I don't know your team. So I think it's best done. Say if you want something 81 or over, you just go overall 81. And then you go for like, oh, they used to have it last year. Has power-up. Yes. Right? So you see that? 81 overall for your 81 power pass. And then you want to sort by price descending. Oh, they don't have the filter going yet. Dang it. All right, let's go. Tier elite. So this is basically an 80 to 81 power pass. But you basically look for the highest priced. You know, these legends are not going to be power up passable, but elites that are expensive that'll help your team. So Joel, I think that's good because every single core elite has a power up. So how much is the power up going for? 14.541. That's quite a bit. You're saving 26k though for a left guard. Left guard is very expensive right now. Left guard is very thin, so the cards are expensive. You could also do a Devlin, Thunny, like they're all left guards and fullbacks up here. You could bypass CJ Mosley because he's got a team card. Then you can use training to bypass that. So like the best cards are completely team dependent, right? Who you've gotten out of your packs. Maybe you've packed a couple guys that are good. But I think just sorting by price descending and then your overall for your power up pass. Let's do like let's do the 84 to 85 power up pass. And then like right here. All right, so who's the best? Tyreek Hill. You'd be like, oh, is Tyreek Hill great? All right, so 146. You get to power up pass 146 with that, which is great. But his power up's going for 86. So you're like, that's still kind of expensive. And you're right. But Tyreek Hill is God tier. Tyreek Hill, Holt. What other do you need once you get to level 50 or 48 for Holt? Otherwise, Patrick Peterson's a great power up pass. Love this guy. So you go to his card right here. How much does this one go for? This one's 16k. So you can use 16k and a power up pass to get one of the top man coverage corners in the game. Look at that man in the press. Pat Peterson's a great power up pass for that level. So this is what I suggest. Check your team. I'm not going to tell you because that's fools. Like that's what fools do, right? It's just kind of decide for yourself. Let somebody else decide for you. Decide for yourself, guys. So decide what you need because that's the best way you can build your team. Okay? So once again, just like when I make say market moves, use your brain and put who you want. All right? But I think that's the best filter. That's the best way of deciding. Just go on down the list, find a position of weakness, and be like, oh, I guess I could use a wide receiver, Thielen. Do I like Minnesota? Yeah, I like it. 6'2", solid. All right, how much is power up going for? 4K. Really nice power up pass. You're gaining basically, 50K in value. You know, you got the training costs and everything too. But that's kind of how I suggest you use your power up pass. Do the power pass overalls and go from there. All right, next up on the tip list, solo battle strategy. Same as last year. Solo battle strategy. Throw short completions to level sales. So trips tight end offset. Find a play called level sales. It's in a lot of playbooks. Probably it's in more playbooks than it's not in. So shotgun trips, level sale. Throw it to the running back. Throw it to that or the corner route on the tight end, or just hit one of the backside ends and then go down. Don't take hits or hold right bumper. Catch the ball, hold right bumper. And that way you have a little chance, very little chance at fumbling. Okay? And all Madden solos are crazy. And then for defense, do the same stuff I've told you in my solo grinding video. Do you remember that one? Either mid blitz and hover over the line, or use the field goal block to punt man defense. I have seen that not work in the fourth quarter, though. So the fourth quarter, you can't do the field goal block to punt man because I've seen them call other plays. Otherwise, it's just straight up click on for the other 3 quarters. Maybe 2-minute drill. 2-minute drill, I also wouldn't use it in the first half, too. So that's something for the solo battle strategy. All right, sniping filters. Everybody's got questions about sniping. Maybe if you guys are confused, I can do a longer video on sniping. But it's pretty simple. Sniping is sniping. It literally could be done by fucking robots, right? There are computers that do this better than humans. And you're like, whoa, we can code a dumbass robot to do the same filters and find underpriced cards? Yes. If a dumbass robot can do it, you can do it. So don't be a dumbass robot. Be better than a robot. You go by these low overall filters is one of the best ones. So you're like, oh, but there's a lot of cards in the block. This doesn't show me the best. Always look for time remaining. I like to sometimes do newest. Newest is a great filter because it's the newest on the blocks, and you're like, oh, there's only 15 minutes. All right, that's terrible. Filter by team then. Team is a great filter. Love team filters. 57. All right, so look at the difference in the bar. I want you to look at this bar right here. This is how you tell if you have a good filter. If this is this length or longer or slightly shorter, that's great. But if it's length like this, because the auction house only shows 100 things on it at once, so memorize that length right there as bad. That's a bad length to have. So longer length than that is necessary if you're going to be a sniper. So then you filter by team. You find out people have less than that, and then you just basically go by 80-81s. I like cards between like 6 and 20K as like targets. So any type of filters that finds that, generally these 80-81s are great. You can do legend pieces. Those are filters because a lot of people are pulling legends. So like when packs are pulled, those cards flood the market, and then you can go and snipe them because people will underprice them. Okay, so that's a solid one. So then do legends. You can go by position there. You can go by overalls. But that's kind of it. That's all sniping is. Then you could kind of like you can find your own filters. Although it's really freaking easy to find filters. So I suggest you guys go ahead and find your niche, and you will make like I don't know, 50K an hour. I think is pretty standard. 50K an hour sniping if you can. If you're good at it, I think that's a good ratio. Otherwise, next up, farms. So say you have a farm account that you do some solos on, you do the level packs on them, and you want to transfer over value. How do you do that? There's 2 ways. 1, platinum cards are great transferring over value to quick sell, and 2, do sets. So like say if you transfer that this is a little bit more expensive. So say you transfer over 5 pieces to a legend. Then you just make the legend and sell the legend on your main. Somebody today, because I know there's some rumors about saying, oh, I can't sell them now that I transferred over and did the pieces. That is not true. Somebody confirmed that is not true. Once you transfer the pieces, do the set, then you can sell the card. So those are 2 ways of transferring value on the farm. So hopefully you guys like this tip video. Hopefully it didn't run on too long. We did it. We made it under 20 minutes. Hell yeah. All right. Thanks for watching Call to Action. I'll see you next time.